and as a senior is leading this Drake team. I'm excited to watch her play.
Jan Jensen officially facing the team she used to play as the tip goes out of bounds, and we are underway in Carver-Hawkeye for the 57th meeting all time. And Jan Jensen was an absolute star when she played at Drake. Yeah. She's still 4th all time on their scoring list. Her numbers retired. She was the conference player of the year. She averaged 29 points a game her senior year.
The best in the country, and she was also a Rhodes Scholar candidate. So she was doing it in the classroom too.
It's a foul on Maggie Taylor. Iowa leads this series all time, 31-25, including the last 7 contests in a row.
See Drake coming out in their matchup zone, and Iowa immediately attacking that corner.
There's Chit Chat Wright, the sophomore transfer from Georgia Tech. There's Chit Chat making an immediate impact. Outlet pass to Ava Hayden for the finish.
I think this duo is going to be fun to watch, Chit Chat and Ava Hayden. I love to see big girls getting out and run the lane too.
Hayden, 6'4", sophomore, came over from Oregon. A slow build last year, but was great at the end of the season. And there's a basket for Drake. That's Anna Becker, the freshman, who had 22 points in their first game of the season.
She was just named Freshman of the Year in the Missouri Valley Conference. You don't like to see one of your starters picking up those fouls this early, a minute, at 20 into the game, and you see that.
Hannah Stuelke hits her first free throw. Allison Pullman, it's her 5th year. She's won 20 games all 4 years as a head coach. That's a program record for a great start. Hawkeyes fight for the rebound, lose it, and here come the Bulldogs. Ava Hawthorne. Stuelke trying to position inside. Chit-Chat will reset. Quick 3 from Feuerbach. And the rebound to Stuelke, a fresh 20. Wright will fire. Stuelke again. The putback is good.
That was pretty. Boy, you get 2 offensive rebounds. Hannah really wanted to play the 4, and she's getting that opportunity this year. So that just gives us a little bit more height for Iowa. Oh, the backdoor.
Great feed inside to Alsma.
3-point shooter, but she can score at the rim too, and that's what Drake does such a good job of, is not only doing a wonderful job hitting threes, but also scoring right at the rim.
There's a 3. That's an air ball. Rebound to Hawthorne. This attempt goes up and around and in. Drake has found some offense. 3 for Taylor McCabe. Offline, and a foul on Hayden trying to go in for that offensive board. Grace Knutson has the ball. Another offensive option for them. She averages 17 a contest. Alsma with 5 to shoot. Stolen away by Stuelke. Stuelke's on the run. Down the lane, and it's swatted away. It'll stay here. Nice defensive effort by Alsma.
Yeah, the defense switches on that screen. Drake wasn't ready for it. Hannah's got it all the way. It's too bad she couldn't convert that basket, and not draw a foul either.
Hayden goes out, and immediately in is 12 Layla Hayes, who gets a shot up. This is right from the corner again.
Yeah, those corner threes are going to be a hot spot for Iowa against this matchup zone. Oh, there's an open 3.
Shannon Thornshell well offline. McCabe with the board. Chit-Chat Wright has hit 2 3-pointers so far today. He's got 6 already on the season.
Here comes the overload.
Hayes.
Nice post pass.
There's a good look for McCabe.
Yes. Beautiful.
Alsma. Ava Hawthorne, too strong on the 3, and Stuelke has it.
Iowa controlling the boards for sure, getting those second opportunities and more possessions.
8 rebounds for Iowa. Hannah Stuelke bullying inside.
Love to see Hannah going up that strong.
There's Rodriguez with a steal. 8 unanswered points for the home team, and the crowd's letting him hear it. Hayes Turnaround. No good, but she'll head to the line.
It was such an exciting style and so well received in the state of Iowa.
And it went on for a long time here.
It did. You know, Jan's grandmother was the 1920 champion of the women's tournament, the girls' tournament in Des Moines.
She brought out the uniform today at the shoot-around, which is the practice before the game for Iowa, and she showed all of her players. Jan was holding it up. It was made out of wool. In the corner, Hawthorne's miss is off of Hawkeye. It'll stay here with Drake.
You know, there's been a lot of games between these two schools that have been right around that 100 points.
Inbounds pass goes awry. Wright corrals it. Oh, beautiful underhand pass, and Heiden will finish.
Ava just ready to handle it.
11 unanswered points, and there's Journey Houston creating a turnover. Just checked into the game. Part of the 3 talented freshmen on this Hawkeye roster. Rodriguez, smooth. Drake has missed 7 consecutive shots after taking a 1-point lead. Make it 8. Rodriguez runs into a wall. That's Addie Deal, the freshman. And Houston keeps it alive. Beautiful passing by the Hawkeyes. They are finding Heiden, who's in position every time. And the Bulldogs need to take a timeout. 6'5" is Hayes from Wasilla, Alaska.
I was just there about a month ago.
You were? I mean, that's that classic Wasilla, Iowa City pipeline. Rodriguez, look at the step through. Finishing the quarter with a flourish. The last 17 points of this game have been scored by the Iowa Hawkeyes. Most recently, Emily Rodriguez. Interesting. The higher the program profile has gotten, the more there have been national players. We just saw Addie Deal come in from California, a super freshman just committed yesterday to the program, also from California.
Yes.
There's a three-pointer from Taylor Stremlow. Iowa continues their hot run. 11 straight misses now for Drake. Stremlow. That's another look. It's another bucket.
I love the energy that Taylor Stremlow plays with. She is a leader on this team. She's a captain on this team. They're squared up to the basket. All the defense goes in. The best threes are reversal threes and in-out threes, in my opinion.
Stremlow's had 7 points total on the season. She's got 6 already here today. Excellent spin move inside from the freshman Hayes.
You see some strength there.
Lisa, this is a 25-0 run.
Holy, that's amazing. And, you know, Drake just hasn't been able to get their threes to fall, and that's unusual for them.
Finally, they go to Alsma to get a turnaround bucket inside. And a pass to Addie Deal. Took her eyes off it. It's been a while since Drake beat Iowa here in Iowa City. 2001 the last time it happened. That game was a win in overtime, by the way. There's a taste of what Abby Alsma can do. Alsma had 22 points her first game, 23 points the second game they played. Hayes is going to the line.
That was a good read by Addie Deal to get the ball into Hayes.
At the free throw line is the freshman Layla Hayes, who is officially the first ever commitment for Jan Jensen as head coach. Mentioned she's from Alaska. She says the family freezer is stocked with salmon that they caught and moose they hunted. Stuff we can all relate to, right?
Those Alaskans, they're tough. I like that.
I thought one of the interesting things about Hayes is a quick three is fired by Drake and it goes in.
You want your shooters to just, the next one's in, the next one's in.
Lisa, you ever a player who liked to shoot the ball?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you know. Number 22 enjoyed it. And the McCabe.
That's Grace Knutson finding a bucket, and this is a nice little 10-0 run.
It's a good look, and that's what, as a coach, I mean, if you're getting good looks.
So what feels different for Drake the last 3 minutes? It felt like the game was spinning out of control, and now they've found some calm and some confidence, it seems.
Yeah, they did. You know, and great patience. Great patience.
Abe in the corner to Houston. On the drive. With the right hand. The floater is good.
It's fun. I just wonder what mom and dad are doing tonight in the crowd.
Well, we were told that each parent is separated. One gets to wear Iowa, one gets to wear Drake. Grandparents are split up as well. They're in different sections, so it's balanced.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Although Taylor said she was like, they're going to be outnumbered. Let them all root for Drake. There's 15,000 people in here rooting for the black and gold.
Yeah, this is just a great environment. Oh, look at that photo.
Look at her shirt.
I want that shirt.
Basketball.
I want that shirt. I play basketball. Aw. And I think you'd look good in one of those sparkly headbands.
Listen, my 4- and 6-year-old daughters have them. They're for them, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But Dad wears them very well. Rodriguez creating on her own. That's her strength. You like people who wear 21 in their uniform, though, don't you?
Me too. That was my number, so I'm kind of partial.
You mentioned the fact that they met up pregame.
Yeah, look
Pictures
at that.
taken.
Aww.
Friendly hug.
Sisterly hug. Love.
We were hearing from Taylor. I said, did you talk to her this week? She goes, oh yeah, it was actually Peyton's birthday the other day. So I made sure to drive down and get to see her.
Nice that they're so close. They can do that.
And how about the parents? She said her parents let them play pig, but they rarely let them play one-on-one because they didn't want each other to be competitive and to fighting against each other one-on-one.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that a little bit.
Very quietly, Abby Alsma's now got a game-high 11 points for Drake. Through a double team, Stuelke can't finish. Anna Becker with the board. High potential player for the Bulldogs. At 22 in her college debut last week. Three-pointer, no, and here's McKay. Chit-chat right. Houston keeps it alive. Rodriguez. She's up to 8 points right now.
But again, Journey with a great rebound and assist. Ooh.
That's a stroll by Grace Knutson right through the Hawkeye defense.
I always told my team when I went against a matchup.
It's a defensive foul. Fearbach's going to shoot. You were saying?
Act like it's a switching player to player.
When a team switches to zone, how much of it is mental?
And I know Allison does like to switch up her defenses depending on what they did on the offensive end, whether it was a make or a miss, dictates what defense that they're going to be in. And that can, especially for a young point guard, it can be tough.
Ready to go. Nice cut. Can't finish. Triton Stuelke on the top of the key. Now it's Stremlow. Spotted away by Drake. Great defensive effort by Alsma, but she throws it right to Fearbach. That's a fresh 30 for Iowa. Beautiful feed to Stremlow from Stuelke.
Just unselfish play.
About a 3-second difference between the shot and the game clocks. Ooh, sort of a microcosm of this first half right there for Drake. Now have the senior McCabe inbound. Right, across the timeline. Fires. No good, but got ourselves a nice ball game. At home, you folks might see her as the winningest coach in Big Ten history. I see her as rookie. Okay, she had to carry my bags today. She had to buy my lunch.
I know, it's terrible.
These shoes are not going to shine themselves.
I'll get on that next, okay?
Ava Hyden starting the third quarter the way she started the first quarter, getting an easy bucket inside.
Love those paint points like we highlighted there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the foul situation for Drake. Maggie Taylor, one of their starters, only got to play a minute and 40 because she picked up 3 quick fouls.
Chit-chat right. This is exactly what we saw in the first.
Yeah, that's a beautiful look there, and Chit-chat confidently stepping up. Love that name, Chit-chat.
They call her Chit-chat because she does not talk that much. That nickname's been with her forever. I had a great chat. We both had a great chat with Jan Jensen before the game. But we were asking about chit chat, and she said, well, she defers so much. She's constantly giving the ball to her teammates. Even if she's a scoring option, she gives it to somebody else. Jan then looks up at the rafters where the number 22 is, and she goes, well, not like everyone who's been here before. Little different than that one, as she gestures up at Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that was a good pickup from Georgia Tech. The transfer portal provided the chit-chat coming here from Georgia Tech.
By the way, I'm sure Caitlin's watching, so that's going to get back to Jan quickly. Look at McCabe drilling the three.
Yeah, she's going to be important, I think, as a three-point threat, especially when they're in the four-out offense. I think she could be really good. She's really worked hard on her defense and her athleticism, and here comes...
Oh, look at that pass. The no-look to Feuerbach, who drills it. Timeout, Drake. Hawkeyes coming out hot to start the second half.
You'll love to see that. Also, the balance of it all. 3 different players having three-point shots. That's hard to guard.
Nice inside. That's great defense by Hayden to reject. Right with the one-hand pass to Feuerbach. Inside to Stuelke. Quick bucket, Hawkeyes.
You know, I think they're all nervous, or the Hawkeyes were nervous about Drake's transition, but boy, the Hawks have really had some great transition buckets. Pushing off a steal was a key because the defense just isn't set, so pushing off that steal was something we really stressed.
Peyton McCabe is back in the game, sister on sister. Alsmo's been almost all their offense. It's Knutson and Alsmo with 22 of their 26 points. But look at Ava Hayden.
Another wow.
She's averaging a double-double early on in the season, and she's been a force inside defensively.
Oh, my. That's just beautiful. Exactly the way you want to block a shot. The only thing better would have been if you kept it in bounds and that they would have retained possession.
Oh, look at the flip-up from the sophomore Peyton McCabe. Rodriguez loses it. Lexi Carlson rips it away. Nice passing by the Bulldogs, but they run into the wall that is high.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard job. They have a hard job, but that's unfortunate for Iowa because that's 3. Interesting to see what the coaching staff does as far as bringing Layla Hayes in or not.
You strongly disagree and think it was a bad foul.
Yeah.
How do you address the official without crossing the line? What do you try to do at that moment?
You know, I really tried to have a conversation with them and just try to understand where they're coming from. It is a hard job. I understand that they're not going to get everything right, but actually you can always ask for a little explanation.
Bucket on the other side in transition for Drake. So you didn't have the Bobby Knight school.
She's looking a little tired to me right now, going up and down the court. A little slower getting down the court. And where Iowa is posting up. Oh, look at that.
Textbook. It's almost like Hayden's been working with, I don't know, like a post-doctor as a head coach.
Yeah, the post-whisper Coach Jensen. Randy Henderson is taking on that role now and working with the post players, but such a strong and quick move.
You brought up an interesting point. The coaching staff went through a bit of a transition.
And what the job that she's going to do there as a head coach.
But then what Jan had to do was find the right people to come replace, and that's one of those things we don't think about often as fans, the assistant coaches.
Yeah.
But you know how important that is to make the right hire.
He told me, it was Marcia Sharp told me one time, don't hire a coach unless they can bring a player with you. And I think Jan was listening.
Look at Stuelke fly up for the rebound.
It was Lexi Carlson that took that shot, and Lexi's mom is...
Great spin move by Rodriguez. He made it seem like it wasn't that big a deal, that as long as they know you love them, but you're going to treat them as an equal. But it does feel complicated, to say the least.
Allison's got a lot of head coaching experience on that bench, that's really fun when she's able to reload her.
Addie Deal, another freshman on defense right now. The younger McCabe with the ball. That's Deal with a block from the state of California. 5-star prospect this year.
Yeah, and she's very versatile. You know, she can play backup point guard, off guard for them, and it's going to be exciting to see her development over the years. It's a long ways from home, but guess what? Her parents moved here.
If you have a 5-star prospect, which you had your fair share as a head coach, sometimes the fans or maybe even the player expects, oh, well, I'm going to score 14 a game as Deal right on cue drills the deep one. But again, a ton of potential in Addie Deal. Nice cut. Bulldogs blocked by Layla Hayes. You know, I think her phone might have let her know that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Thinking there's a chance.
That's her niece Zoe next to her as well. Oh, yeah, her phone might be blowing up right now.
Or she's playing solitaire. Sometimes that's popular to do it.
Yeah. We exchange Wordle every day, so.
There you go.
This is Kelly Greenway was a manager here at Iowa. Another connection.
There are states where the big school won't play that smaller school for fear of there's no upside to them.
Right.
But Iowa and Drake don't have that relationship.
You know, and you and I as well.
Well, yes, the two of us are in a nice, friendly relationship.
I meant the University of Northern Iowa.
My apologies.
Yes.
No, that's actually who I believe Iowa plays on
next.
Sunday.
That's right. They'll be playing next, and Drake will continue the in-state series. Atmosphere, you feel like the people are right on top of you. So it's a tough place to go over there and play. And
the number 13 jersey, by the way, hangs up at the net sign.
Yeah.
Jan Jensen's old jersey.
That's me up in the stands, up in the rafters.
She did say she really doesn't like playing Drake because she loves Drake. It meant so much to her. That's where she started, and that's where she created so much of who she is. Now they're in their 51st year as a program.
Yeah, Drake had a tremendous coach in Carol Baumgarten who just did so well. Took him to the Elite 8 team that everybody wanted to go to as a recruit, play at Drake University.
Hayes. This is the second ball on the ground, and Houston comes away with it.
Again, just scrappiness by Journey Houston.
Hayes, the left hand. 4-year starter, high school varsity basketball. Look at McCabe finding the hole in the lane and scoring.
Callie's a gal that just does everything right in practice, as I understand. I mean, she works really hard. She's always positive.
Look at Layla Hayes creating attention and finding her teammate. Whistle with 0.2 of a second left here in the third. Just a dominant performance here in their third game of the season. Ask you about her growth as a head coach. Last year was her first year in charge of the program once you retired. She always felt comfortable. There was not a moment, even when she was learning, which she openly says she took notes in her notebook. She considers herself trying to get better all the time. She always looked comfortable.
Yeah, I think the transition was seamless. I think it was just like I said, a seamless transition. You saw Chit Chat hit a 3, and then Ava says, I can hit that one too. Actually, it wasn't Ava. I'm sorry.
Abby Alsman.
That was Abby, yes.
But there's Ava back in the game with her 4 fouls. They can score quickly, the Hawkeyes can. What kind of a three-point shooting team you think Iowa is? And the reason why is the 2 games they played, 2 very different results. Their first game, they made only 4 three-pointers. The last game they played, they made 14. Great balance today offensively for the Hawkeyes. No one star taking over. Every player is on the scoreboard except for Callie Levin, who just got in the game a little while ago. Chit-chat right.
Oh, my. Yeah, she went over and played in Wuppertal, Germany. You know, there was no WNBA back then.
Right.
So that was our only option for athletes to go overseas and play, and she took advantage of that. After that, she really... 1 year, you know, it was enough for her. Came back, wanted to get her master's degree at Drake University, and she started to do that and dissects the game so well. Jan was such a great motivator, and I knew her passion for the game. And if you have that kind of passion and work ethic, you're going to succeed, in my opinion. She has a love for the game. Nice take by Tegan.
Laney is finding the stat sheet.
That's nice to see, because Tegan has been hampered by injuries thus far this season, so it's nice for her to get some points on the board.
Grace Knutson answers for Drake. Emily Rodriguez, in and out. Hayes will head to the line.
So when I come into my office and Jan came in to introduce herself, and I'm sitting there cleaning all these coffee stains off my desk, and Jan rolled up the sleeves and jumped right in to help. I knew she was going to be good then. Oh.
Rodriguez gets a break. Quick three from Knutson is good. Knutson, that's her fourth three-pointer today.
Little hesitation there.
Houston fighting for the board. On the ground, and that's a tie-up.
Journey on the ground. It's such a good example for your other teammates to give that same kind of effort.
It's good to see it from a freshman, too.
Yeah.
Good defense from Adam Deal.
Bringing Layla Hayes outside.
Younger sister of Taylor.
Yeah, what you can do, I can do better, huh?
And that's a nice feed inside to Houston.
Beautiful.
Sounds like you and I are about to get one.
Let's take our show on the road.
Chimphy gets the ball, and here's Deal. Inside to Hayes, quick spin and finish. Every single home game is entirely sold out.
Yeah.
It's magical.
It really is. And I'm so glad that it continued after Caitlin Clark left. Right? Like, it could have taken a dip. It didn't. And I think that Iowa fans really just like the style of play. They like that they know these young women, and these young women are exceptional role models, as are the Drake women, too.
Sure.
Tremendous young women. And the excitement in that it is good business to invest in women's sports.
Well, women's basketball in particular, it's just so exciting now. And the athleticism we see, it just feels different than we've seen in years past. As, my goodness, Peyton McCabe is having herself a great night. And talk about some of the exciting players. Obviously, no one will ever be more exciting than Caitlin Clark. But this program, as Levin gets the bucket and gets the foul, this program is bringing in great recruits. Number 6 overall high school player in the country is coming to play for Iowa next year.
Yeah, that's the second highest rated recruit that Iowa has ever had after Caitlin Clark. So that's pretty special, and I think the Hawk fans are going to love her. She's about a 6'2" wing player that can shoot threes and really do it all. Yeah.
There's a whistle on a board inside.
Let's see if Layla can get these free throws.
Hits the first one.
Kenise Johnson came into the game for the Hawks as well. Somebody that hasn't really played this year. Has suffered some injuries.
We talk about the depth this team has. You're going to need it.
Yeah. Big Ten is so good and so difficult to play in and to plan. Going on the road to play at UNI, another tough place, another in-state rivalry. They have to go to Iowa State. They'll be playing Baylor and Miami and Orlando the next week. So they've got a tough stretch here. Good schedule to get them prepared for the tough Big Ten. Coach Jay's got to be happy. Averaging 102 points, and they're getting close to that again tonight. But
Johnson gets the assist as the basket goes down for Deal.
They're averaging, holding people to 47 points. Drake has 55 right now. I think she's going to be very pleased with this, her defensive effort, because Drake is hard to guard. They run a great system and get you on backdoor cuts. If you miscommunicate at all, they're going to make you pay for that with an open three or something right at the end.
Kenise Johnson is making the most of the minutes she's getting.
Support over the many years that we've known each other.
Well, I appreciate that, but the broadcast's not done. Don't count your chickens just yet.
Okay.
Burnt popcorn earlier today.
I know it was, but
we'll work on that. It's early in the season for everybody.
Coach Jay contemplating a victory over her alma mater.
Jan has taken over the program you left behind, as it with the arrow continuing pointing up.
And wearing some pretty fancy pants tonight.
Yes, she is. More to the point. That's what's most important. 100-58. Final score. Hawkeyes get the victory.